My brother kept unintentionally consuming my meals, so I prepared a unique dinner exclusively for him. He felt remorse right away. See, I, 25M, don't demand a lot from existence. A shelter to live under, employment that doesn't drain my spirit, and above all, my personal darn edibles. But evidently, within my family, that final element is excessive to request. Why? Since I possess a brother, Alex, 23M, who resembles a person-sized squirrel lacking any limits regarding nourishment. And the most awful aspect, my guardians support him. Alex has been pilfering my sustenance for ages. It began with minor items, snatching a few of my chips, devouring the final piece of pie I'd preserved. Irritating? Indeed, yet controllable. However, gradually, his mishaps evolved into outright offenses against my appetite. If I stored remnants in the cooler, they'd vanish by dawn. If I purchased a bundle of my preferred treats, he'd consume them like a vortex prior to me even unsealing the package. I attempted discussing it with my guardians, but they responded with identical justifications each occasion. He's your younger sibling. Simply divide it with him. You're an adult male. You can perpetually acquire additional nourishment. Alex didn't intend to consume it. He merely assumed it was communal. Rubbish. In the meantime, Alex simply chuckled, fluttered his eyelids, and escaped punishment for all. My guardians indulged him as if he were a sort of prince, whereas I was merely the commoner who must tolerate it. The tipping point? Several weeks back, my partner Leah, 24F, created a distinctive home-cooked casserole for me. Now, Leah isn't merely an ordinary chef. This woman possesses talents. She devoted hours refining the formula, ensuring it matched precisely how I preferred it. It was gooey, savory, and stacked with affection. The type of dish you reserve for yourself and relish. I returned home that evening, fantasizing about that casserole. I could almost sample the fused dairy, sense the ideal balance of gravy and noodles in my jaws. But upon accessing the cooler, absent, nothing remained, not one morsel, just a vacant ceramic dish in the basin. And who but Alex sauntered into the cooking area, wiping his lips like a cunning offender. "Oh wow, that was incredibly tasty," he remarked, extending as if he just enjoyed the finest feast of his existence. "You ought to definitely have Leah prepare another." I perceived fury. "You devoured my casserole." I inquired, attempting to maintain my tone steady. He dismissed it. I felt famished. "You were aware it belonged to me." Another dismissal. "It's not such a major issue. You constantly create drama over edibles." I could sense my essence departing my form. My guardians, they sided with him once more. "It was merely casserole. You should feel pleased he enjoyed it. Leah can perpetually create extra." Oh, I was prepared to guarantee Alex never appropriated my sustenance again. And that's when the concept hit me. The ideal retaliation. Observe, Alex had a romantic evening approaching in several days. A lady he'd been fixating on. He desired all to be impeccable. The residence tidy, his attire impeccable, his grooming flawless. And naturally, he aimed to dazzle her with his culinary abilities. Impeccable. Since on that occasion, I planned to craft the most delectable, tempting, home-prepared meal for myself. And I understood Alex couldn't resist swiping it. The hidden component? Purgatives. Not sufficient to injure him, obviously. Just adequate to transform his romantic evening into a complete nightmare. I invested days organizing all, acquired the best components, gently simmered the gravy to excellence, ensured the meal aroma was so appealing that Alex couldn't restrain himself. And then, to enhance matters further, I installed recording devices within the residence. Since if I intended to execute this, I required to observe the total mayhem directly. I lacked awareness of precisely how effectively my scheme would succeed. But allow me to inform you, what occurred subsequently was humorous brilliance. The day of Alex's significant romantic meeting came, and I was prepared. I had assembled the supreme meal. A divine serving of smooth, dairy-rich, opulent noodles crowned with urban-fused seafood. It scented so wonderful that even I felt enticed to consume it. But there existed one additional element. A liberal amount of purgatives. Not sufficient to dispatch him to medical care, obviously. Just adequate to assure that his bowels experienced a collapse. I positioned the noodles in the cooler and proceeded with my night as if nothing was amiss. Precisely as planned, Alex paraded into the cooking area as if he controlled it, noticed my noodles, and performed exactly what I anticipated. He seized a utensil, grabbed a massive portion, then another, then another. "Oh wow," he groaned. "This is incredibly delicious." Yes, I wager it was. Following destroying a substantial section of the serving, he returned the remainder to the cooler. Why? Since he possessed intentions. He desired to present it to his companion as if he prepared it personally. Impeccable. Now, here's where the genuine amusement commences. Stage 2 of the scheme, the live performance. I had positioned 3 tactically located recording devices in the residence. One in the sitting room, one in the eating space, and one directed toward the restroom corridor. I took my tablet, stationed my vehicle directly exterior, and prepared to observe the finest performance of my existence. 8 p.m. The companion arrives. Alex's girlfriend, Sarah, a woman who appeared as if she posed for budget fragrance promotions, rapped on the entrance. Alex welcomed her with his phony, charming tone. "Oh wow, Sarah, you appear so beautiful." Yada, yada, yada. Proceed to the exciting section. They settled at the table and Alex offered her the noodles. I was expiring from amusement already. Sarah consumed a portion, then another. She even praised him. "This is fantastic. You truly prepared this yourself?" Alex chuckled, tossing his locks. "Certainly, I adore preparing food." Raffle. Then arrived the instant of reality. 8:20 p.m. The abdominal noises start. Alex abruptly moved in his seat. I could observe it on the recording. His expression contorted. His belly grumbled so noisily I could detect it via my tablet audio. Sarah continued consuming, completely unaware. Alex grinned, but it was forced. He pressed his palm against his belly as if containing a monster. Then opposite the table, Sarah halted, her look altered. She winked quickly, shifted in her position. Then emerged the initial gas. A small, reluctant one. A PFFF noise that she obviously did not intend to release. Alex's gaze expanded in terror. Then bang, a second, extended gas. Sarah shattered the noise limit. I was gasping in my vehicle. 8:25 p.m. The actual disorder starts. Alex jumped from his seat. Sarah, I'll return shortly." She dashed for the restroom. Sarah remained immobile for a moment. She glanced about, alarmed, perspiration developing on her brow. Then her belly produced a sound that I can solely portray as an evil takeover. The lady sprang from her seat and rushed following Alex. Here's where it becomes even superior. Alex didn't secure the restroom entrance quickly enough. Sarah, in her urgency, forced entry. Both of them yelled, "Sarah, exit. Alex, I can't contain it." They were competing for the commode. The recording seized all. At this stage, I was sobbing from amusement. I could scarcely respire, but it worsens. Alex shoved Sarah and rapidly secured the entrance. The restroom was now engaged. Sarah pounded on the entrance. "Alex, kindly unlock." Within, Alex was battling his personal conflict. "I can't, I'm occupied." Sarah bent over. Her belly emitted a ultimate caution bellow. A noise I can solely portray as a perishing sea creature ensnared in a storm. Perspiration cascaded down her visage. She bounced from leg to leg. And then she decided. With a frantic expression in her gaze, Sarah began sprinting toward the visitor restroom along the corridor. But no, the entrance was secured. The locks, absent, I was collapsing. Sarah positioned in the corridor, desperately seeking a resolution. She scanned around. There was no place to proceed. Alex was still yelling inside the primary restroom. Sarah glanced at the kitchen basin. I believed she was going to perform it. I was positioned in my vehicle, pounding the wheel in amusement. Then Sarah noticed the outdoor entrance. A spark of optimism traversed her visage. With one final burst of vigor, she dashed toward the outdoor area. And then catastrophe occurred. Alex erupted from the restroom. Precisely as Sarah went by, complete impact. They crashed into one another at maximum velocity like two rapid locomotives. Alex yelled, Sarah howled, and then Alex clutched his belly. Sarah clutched hers, and at the precise identical moment, a pair of calamity. I was in my vehicle, yelling, sobbing, chuckling so intensely I couldn't respire. I had to strike my own leg to restore air into my lungs. Sarah resumed dashing toward the outdoor area again. Alex attempted to pursue, but he skidded on the ceramic ground. He fell like a bag of vegetables. Sarah disappeared into the outdoor area, dashing as if her existence relied on it. Alex remained there, gasping, incapable to shift. And me, I was deceased, departed. I had formally risen to the hereafter from how intensely I was chuckling. Sarah ultimately reached a secure location, the shrubs beyond the storage. Alex was still on the ground, gazing at the roof, reassessing his existence decisions. And just when I believed matters couldn't become any more amusing, beams illuminated exterior. Mother and father had returned prematurely. Mother and father's vehicle entered the driveway. Within the residence, Alex was still on the ground, gasping in torment. Sarah was in the outdoor shrubs, struggling for her existence. And me, I was in my vehicle, tablet in grasp, attempting not to faint from amusement. As soon as Mother exited the vehicle, she furrowed her nose. What on earth is that odor? Father inhaled the atmosphere and retched. Did something perish there? Oh, Father, you lack comprehension. They rushed within. Mother and father entered the residence. I trailed them from behind but didn't access the residence. The aroma struck them like a solid barrier. Mother retched instantly. What is that? Father was heaving in the corridor. Then they observed Alex, still on the ground, a shattered, vanquished individual. His cosmetics were destroyed. His locks were a mess. Perspiration trickled from his brow. And then Sarah entered. Correction, Sarah staggered in. She was topless, soaked in perspiration, gaze lifeless, shifting like a lady who had just endured a purification. Her strap was partially loosened, her limbs quivered, and she avoided visual contact with anyone. What on earth occurred? Father insisted. Alex, still breathing heavily, lifted a trembling arm. I don't comprehend. He murmured, tone spectral. Sarah gripped the barrier, her essence partially departed her form. I require to depart, she whispered. But prior to she could flee, a noisy, moist, profane noise tore from someone's belly. Mother yelled. Father retched again. Sarah immobilized, dread extending across her visage. Then Alex shattered. He began weeping. Father, enraged, directed at me. Did you cause this? I attempted to maintain a neutral expression. Cause what? I questioned, scarcely containing my amusement. Mother indicated at Alex. He appears as if he's endured a battle. Father directed at Sarah, who still appeared like a lady who had witnessed the visage of divinity and regretted it. Mother directed at me. What did you perform? I dismissed it. I don't comprehend, Mother. Perhaps the noodles didn't agree with them. Alex emitted a feeble, choked sob. You contaminated me. I elevated my brows. Me contaminate? That's a severe claim, bro. What causes you to believe that? Alex yelled. Because it seems like my belly is attempting to destroy me, that's why. Father was still in the corridor, performing respiration practices to prevent himself from fainting. Sarah, she simply departed. She didn't bid farewell, didn't even seize her coat, just exited the main entrance like she had encountered something no person should ever endure. Who caused this? Mother murmured. I dismissed it. I mean, Alex prepared the sustenance. Alex forfeited it. He charged at me. I fled. Father pursued me also. Mother began weeping. And Sarah, we never encountered her again. Consequences. Valuable completely. Was I confined? Yes. Was it valuable every instant? Yes, because one element was definite. Alex never appropriated my sustenance again. Ever. And that, my companions, is how I triumphed in the ultimate family conflict in records.